Hello listeners and viewers. Welcome to Kaduna State Ministry of Education Radio and TV e-learning program designed for our SS3 and other students staying at home due to the coronavirus pandemic. The present administration, under the able leadership of His Excellency, Malam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, is positioned, as always, to ensure that under his leadership, our students are not left behind in all areas of human endeavors, especially education. Kaduna State is the center of learning. Therefore, we want to ensure that our students excel in their forthcoming examinations and beyond. Students and other learners at home are given this opportunity in order to continue learning, as education is a continuous process. Different subjects will be taught in this program to assist students to perform excellently in the forthcoming Senior School Certificate examination being conducted by NECO and WAEC as soon as schools reopen. Teachers making presentations will always provide their names and phone numbers during each presentation, and they can be contacted for questions, further explanations, and/or clarifications. The following numbers and contacts can also be reached for expression of any concern or observation: 090-865-00545 or 080-383-62072. Our website is www.education.kdsg.gov.ng. Our email education@kdsg.gov.ng or education.kdsg@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Our Twitter handle @Kaduna_MOE. Or our Facebook page, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Stay safe, stay at home, and learn well. Thank you, happy listening, and happy viewing.
Good day, student. I'm happy to meet you once again. My name is Mrs. Morel Joseph Yayo. I'll be taking a topic in financial accounting. Today's topic is departmental accounts. What is a department? A department is a section of a large organization. And what is account? Account is the money earned by organization or money paid into the organization. Departmental account is an account prepared by different sections of an organization to determine their performances. That is, each department keeps separate records of sales, stock, cash, returns, and personal ledgers. Objectives of departmental accounts. 1. It helps to compare the result of a particular department. That is, the previous year result will be compared with the current year result in order to see the achievement of that department. Secondly, it helps in embarking on a planned action. That is, how to enhance the business. 3. It allows departmental managers commission on the basis of profit of their department. That is, any department that is making profits, the manager of that department will be given a commission, that is a percentage out of the profit he has made. 4. It gives useful information for decision making. With departmental accounts, the organization will be able to make decisions based on the performances of each department. Then, advantages of departmental accounts. Every department gross profit is ascertained. That is, at the end of the financial year, the organization will be able to see the profit made by each department. 2, the success of each department is being monitored, which will help in the preparation of departmental budget. That is, monitoring of each department, how successful each department is. Thirdly, the department that is not profitable will be disclosed. When the result of each department is being compared, the organization will be able to detect which department is not performing well. Fourthly, it assists in formation of right policy for each department. Now, with departmental accounts, each department will be taking the way it performs its function, that is, the policy, what is that department expected to do. 5, the manager of profitable department receives a commission, that is, each department's stock turnover is calculated. That this point 5 shows that at the end of every financial year, the sales of each department is being calculated to see which department make most sales, and the department that make larger sales will be given a commission. That is, the manager of that department will be given an incentive, and this will make other departments to gear up. Then, in preparing departmental accounts, the expenses are being given in bulk. That is, the departments are given one figure to share, and to apportion these expenses, we have 4 methods. We have the turnover method basis, that is the sales. Then we have the floor space basis, that is the space the department occupies. Then we have number of articles sold basis, that is, the expenses will be apportioned based on this number of articles you sell. Then the 4th method is direct analysis basis. 2 major methods are being used: the turnover and the space occupied. Now, we have an example of a departmental account. The question is, Mrs. Hannatu Yakubu is the owner of a shop selling books, periodical, that is, goods that you sell in season. For example, during rainy season, we sell umbrellas, we sell raincoats. So these kind of goods are known as periodicals. We have newspapers, children's toys. For the purpose of this account, she decided to divide her accounts into 2 departments. We have Department DA, which deals with books, periodicals, and newspapers. Department B deals with children's toys and games. The following balances were extracted from her nominal ledger on the 31st December 2018. Sales. Department A sales figure was 150,000. Department B, 100,000. These figures are being recorded under the credit side. Then, opening stock for Department A, we have 2,500. Department B, 2,000 naira. Purchases, Department A, 118,000 naira. Department B, 82,000 naira. Wages of sales assistant, Department A, 10,000 naira. Department B, 7,500. Newspaper delivering wages, 1,500. General office salary, 7,500. Rates, 1,300. Insurance, 500. Electricity, 1,200. Repairs of premises, 250 naira. Telephone, 250 naira. Cleaning, 300. Accounting and audit fee, 1,000. 200. General office expenses, 600. Stock, Department A, 3,000 naira. Department B, 1,500. The portion of the floor area occupied by each department was Department A, 1/5. Department B, 4/5. You are required to prepare a departmental trading profit and loss accounts of Mrs. Hannatu Yakubu for the year ended 31st December 2018. Note, the apportionment should be made using the following basis. Area, we have rates, insurance, electricity, repairs, telephone, and cleaning. That is, all these expenses are to be apportioned based on the area they occupied. Now, for turnover, the following expenses will be used. We have general office salary, accounting and audit fees, and general office expenses. Solution. Before the solution, we have workings. You have to work to get the expenses for each department. Now, for general expenses, the expenses will be apportioned based on the turnover, that is the sales they made. Now, the total sales made for both Department A and B is 250,000 naira. And the sales for Department A is 150,000 naira. And the total expenses for the two departments is 7,500 naira. Now we are going to calculate how much is going for Department A and that for Department B. Now for Department A, the sales figure for Department A was 150,000 naira. Now to get the general office expenses for Department A, it will be 150,000 all over 250,000 times 7,500. And when you work that out, Department A will be 4,500. That is the expenses figure for general expenses for Department A. Then for Department B, the sales figure was 100,000 naira. So to get the figure for Department B, it will be 100,000 naira all over 250,000 naira times 7,500. When you work it out, the answer will be 3,000 naira. Now, when you add 3,000 naira with 4,500, you arrive at 7,500. And that is the total figure that was given for office expenses. Now for rates, we are told that rate, we are going to use the space occupied by each department. And the Department A occupied 1/5. And the total figure for rate is 1,300. For Department A, the rate figure will be 1/5 times 1,300 all over 1. When you work that out, you arrive at 260 naira. For Department B, we were told that Department B occupied 4/5 of the space. So it will be 4/5 times 1,300 all over 1. And the total figure there is 1,040 naira. So that is the rate for Department B. Insurance, we also use the space occupied. For Department A, it will be 1 all over 5 times the total figure for insurance is 500. So 1 all over 5 times 500 all over 1. When you simplify it, the figure for department A will be 100 naira. For department B, it will be 4 all over 5 times 500 naira. And when you work it out, your answer will be 400 naira. Electricity. We were also told that the electricity will be apportioned based on the space occupied. For department A, it will be 1 all over 5 times the total figure for electricity, which is 1,200. And when you work that out, you arrive at 240 naira. For department B, it will be 4 all over 5 times 1,200. When you work that out, you arrive at 960 naira. For repairs, we also use the space. So total figure for repairs is 250 naira. Now for department A, it will be 1 all over 5 times 250 naira. And the figure will be 50 naira. For department B, it will be 4 all over 5 times 250. When you work it out, your answer will be 200 naira. Telephone, we also use the space occupied. For department A, we have 1 all over 5 times the total figure, which is 250. It will give us 1 all over 5 times 250 all over 1. You arrive at 50 naira. For department B, we have 4 all over 5 times 250 naira. You arrive at 200 naira. Cleaning. For department A, we are also using the space occupied. We have 1 all over 5 times 300, which will give us 60 naira. For department B, we have 4 all over 5 times 300, which will give us 240 naira. Accounting and audit fee. We are going to use the turnover basis, that is the sales, the total sales. For department A, it will be 150,000 all over 250,000, and the figure for the fee is 1,200. So 150,000 all over 250 times 1,200 will give us 720 naira. For department B, it will be 100,000 all over 250,000 times 1,200 all over 1, and you arrive at 480 naira. General expenses, we are also going to use the sales basis. For department A, we have 150,000 naira all over 250,000 naira times 600. And when you work it out, you arrive at 360 naira. For department B, you have 100,000 all over 250,000 times 600 naira. And when you work it out, you arrive at 240 naira. Now, our departmental trading profit and loss account. Now, student, before you prepare the departmental profit and loss accounts, you have to write the name of the organization. That is, the first thing that will appear is the name of the organization. And the name of the organization is Mrs. Hannatu Yakubu. The next thing is the title of the account you are preparing. Departmental Trading Profit and Loss Account for the year ended 31st December 2018. Now, the first thing that will appear is the opening stock. You must have your Naira sign, then indicate each department. Now, the first item that will appear there is your opening stock. For department A, you have 2,000 500. Department B, you have 2,000. The total is 4,500. Add purchases for Department A is 118,000 naira. For Department B, 82,000 naira. Total will give you 200,000 naira. When you add your opening stock and your purchases, for Department A, you arrive at 120,500. For Department B, you have 84,000 naira. The sum total is 204,500, and that gives us cost of goods available for sale. Now, you less your closing stock. For Department A, you have 3,000 naira. Department B, 1,500. The sum total is 4,500. When you subtract your closing stock from your cost of goods available for sale, you arrive at what we call the cost of goods sold. For Department A, you have 117,500. Department B, you have 82,500. The sum total is 200,000 naira. Now, that is your cost of goods sold. Now, we want to calculate the gross profit. And to arrive at your gross profit, you find the difference between your cost of goods sold and your sales figure. Now, we are going to the credit side of the account. Your sales for Department A is 150,000 naira. For Department B is 100,000 naira. And the sum total is 250,000 naira. Now you find the difference for Department A. The difference between 150,000 naira and 117,500. You arrive at 32,500 under Department A. Then for Department B, you have 82,500. Find the difference between 100,000 and 82,500. You arrive at 17,500. That's for Department B gross profit. Then the sum total, we have 250,000 on the credit side and 200,000 on the debit side. When you subtract 200,000 from 250,000, you arrive at 50,000 naira. So your gross profit for Department A is 32,500. Department B is 17,500. And the sum total is 50,000 naira. Now, when you sum up your cost of goods sold and your gross profit, you must arrive at the same figure with the sales. So Department A, you have 150,000. Department B, you have 100,000. Total 250,000. Now you bring down on the credit side, you bring down the sales figure to be on the same line with the total of the gross profit and that of the cost of goods sold. That marks the end of your trading account. The next step is we want to calculate the net profit. Now, on the debit side of the trading profit and loss account, we have all the expenses. You will list all the expenses. Now, the first expenses there is wages of sales assistant. For Department A is 10,000 naira. For Department B is 7,500. And the sum total there is 17,500. Newspapers delivering wages. This only affects Department A because it is only Department A that deals with newspaper. And the expenses is 1,500. Then for Department D is dash. The sum total is 1,500. General office salary. For Department A, We now use our workings. For Department A, we have 4,500. For Department B, we have 3,000. The sum total is 7,500. The rates for Department A, we have 260,000. For Department B, we have 1,040 naira. The sum total is 1,300. Insurance. For Department A, we have 100,000 naira. For Department B, we have 400,000. The sum total is 500. Repairs. For Department A, we have 50. For Department B, we have 200. Telephone. For Department A, we have 50. For Department B, we have 200. The sum total is 250 naira. Cleaning expenses. For Department A, we have 60. For Department B, we have 240. The sum total is 300 naira. General expenses. For Department A, we have 720 naira. For Department B, we have 480 naira. The sum total is 1,200. Now we add all the expenses. When you add all your expenses, for Department A, we have 17,840 naira. For Department B, we have 14,860 naira. The sum total is 32,100. Now, on the credit side, the corresponding credit entry of the gross profit will take place on the credit side. We have gross profit brought down. For Department A, we have 32,500. Department B, 17,500. The sum total is 50. Now, we find a difference between the expenses and the gross profit. Now, if the expenses are greater than your gross profit, that means you have made a net loss. But in this case, your expenses are less than your gross profit, so you have made a net profit. Now, for Department A, the net profit is 14,660 naira. For Department B, is 3,240 naira. The sum total is 17,900. Then at the end, you add your expenses and your net profit. For Department A, you have 32,500. Department B, you have 17,500. The sum total is 50,000. And when you come back to your credit side, you bring down all the figures. This marks the end of the departmental account. My student, I believe that with this, you can tackle any question that will come your way on departmental account. Before I leave, I have this assignment for you. Question number 1A, what is departmental account? 1B, state 4 objectives of departmental account. Question number 2, mention the advantages of departmental accounts. Question number 1A, what is departmental account? 1B, state 4 objectives of departmental accounts. Question number 2, mention the advantages of departmental accounts. My name is Muriel Joseph Yayok. 08073868421. Muriel Joseph Yayok. 08073868421. Thank you for listening.